This, this, this is the exact thing that we have been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, on justice for Mohbad, we stand. Justice for one is justice for all. Mohbad's father is back again. You know, Cynthia Omowon Adebanjo, she has presented herself on two platforms, one podcast and one private national television. She said some things. Well, today you're about to see and you're about to hear what you have never heard before. In fact, before we proceed, as it is right now, there are some adjustments that has been made on the podcast that she went. Some utterances, they have packaged it and rearranged it. I guess they found out that some of the things that she said are not true. And to avoid legal or to avoid being roped into what they should not be roped into, of course, most podcasts or media platforms will always write like what TVC did. They handled it legally. They understood the complexity of it. They said, whatever it is that you hear from our guest is the complete invention, manufacturing, meaning this person is legally responsible for whatever it comes and legally responsible for whatever comes out of his or her mouth. In the case of Cynthia, Cynthia is responsible, not us. Our own is just ask questions, and that's where it ends. Ladies and gentlemen, everywhere don't scatter. Yes, everywhere is on fire right now. I mean, there are certain things that we knew that Mohbad's father kept to himself. But as push has come to shove, what Mohbad kept with his father that he has not revealed all this while, you will get to see, you will get to hear everything. This is no longer a joke. We are going to take it from some of the utterances from Cynthia at the media house she went to, where she alleged that Mohbad's father saw the nurse, told the nurse to go. Also, some other complex things, very, very complex things. What I mean by complex is this. We are in support of justice, but there are certain things that are not clear to us too as a person. We keep that in the gray area. Now, it has left the gray area. It is now visible. It is now written in black and white. What I mean is, you're about to learn. You're about to hear. In fact, I think today you will be on a better space on justice for Mohbad. Things that you don't know, things that you have never heard, things that you are not aware of. Everything is clear. I believe strongly that before the end of 24 hours, Cynthia, something must happen. Yes, something must happen. We've heard that some of them, they have eloped because, in fact, don't let me break it down. Don't let me break it down too much. I want you guys to just get into it yourself. So it won't be like I'm the only one talking. What I'm saying is this. There is an earthquake right now, and certain people, they are falling inside of it. Like and share, please. Tap on the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. Returning subscribers, thank you. Those that have been here, thank you. Let's get right into it.
Chude's YouTube page. One of the interviews she had with Ashada, they said he had deleted it. Because in such interview that people are looking forward to hear from you, you made it a podcast. And in podcast, they can edit, they can add, they can deduct. Now, she lied. If she did not lie, yeah? Why did Jude edited that part? She said, our lawyer said she should not talk about, they should not post the DNA or they should not talk about it. So definitely Jude had contacted her and he had confirmed it again and she lied. There was no evidence of that. Or probably a lawyer called Jude that it was a mistake. Because they knew we have the videos.
Let's start with the baby boy.
Okay, let me add to that question. There were also allegations of, maybe you stepped out during the course of the relationship and the marriage. Stepping out meaning you had somebody else by the side.
How
true is that?
Yeah, that was true.
Oh.
Yeah, yes. No, it was a baby relationship. Like, I think we started off with...
Mo like girl yi. E will question to trust here. Only there was an allegation, almost 13 years old, that during the relationship with Mohbad, you stepped out of the relationship. Only, I mean, you dated another person. She couldn't lie. She said, it was true. The relationship was a baby relationship. At 13 years old. 13 years old.
Relationship officially when I was 17.
Okay.
Then I was in the university. And then it was in, what is it called? It was in Oshun while I was in Ijebode. So our relationship was not really stable, you understand? But as time goes on, I think we got really serious 2018. Okay. So from 2018 till 2023.
There was no stepping out during that period. You were serious with him.
Yes, we're serious.
So,
Ladies,
okay, so I would say really very young and old, and since this issue started, how have you been able to cope with your in-laws? What have the issues between you and your in-laws? What can you say? How has it been?
Yeah, I think I've been good with the other member of the family aside my father-in-law that has decided to turn his back against on me and Liam and the rest of the family. So I feel I'm good. I'm with my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is a very nice person. Like, she's unproblematic. And my sister.
Chemba, my mother-in-law is a good person. I will play where we are Mohbad discussing you. Maybe these people, we need to send them all this video evidence, please.
She doesn't want to get involved in this case because she is not happy with the way things are going.
Can you hear her? My sister-in-law, which was Blessing. Now, let me tell you something. When all these problems started, Blessing called her father. Blessing was the one that broke the news to Baba Mohbad. And Blessing told Baba Mohbad, and I quote, Blessing said, Daddy me, am I worried? Everything to show me, Ki Mohbad Itoku, everything that I witnessed with this girl before Mohbad died, I am going to support you. We are going to find justice for my brother. That was Blessing's words when Mohbad died. What went wrong? Why did Blessing kept mute? And look at her now, saying, I don't have a problem with my sister-in-law. You had a problem with her because all of you didn't want to tell Baba Mohbad. Mohbad died. You didn't call Baba Mohbad. You called the lawyer. All Mohbad's friends were there. You called all the ex-musicians. They were there. Nobody called Baba Mohbad. It was Blessing that told Baba Mohbad, Daddy me, my dad, Mohbad died this morning. Pretend like you didn't hear anything. Just hold on to it. That was why when Mohbad told Baba Mohbad, they were going to Mohbad's house, Mohbad, they now called Mohbad. Mohbad said, Baba is beside me. They said, tell Baba to go back. Tell Baba to go back. Mohbad is okay. Now my question is, Adebi Baba Mohbad went back home that 7 o'clock night. What are they going to say? Are they still going to say Baba Mohbad told the nurse to go? Baba Mohbad that did not set his eyes on the nurse.
Going and it's just a little what she can do.
Can you tell us about the case itself? What the controversy? The case that is ongoing.
Okay.
And your own take about it.
Like I should tell you how it happened. The event surrounding the Yeah. So the whole thing started at the show. The last show he went to at Ikorodu.
No, not necessarily his death.
Okay.
After his death.
After his death,
The controversy around,
is it the DNA?
There's conversation against the money that was contributed, and why exactly is your father-in-law against the current situation that is happening here?
Yeah, I think number one, the family is not in love before the demise of my husband. Yes, but my husband has a way of trying to settle the whole thing amicably. So after his demise, it was just from one family dispute to another. And my father-in-law, myself, is actually my friend. He's like a father figure to me. And but before my husband's demise, we had some issues, just a family feud. But I feel like it's been trying to convince people with the family issue. Do you understand? I know a lot of people, based on their emotion, thinks everything that is said is just centered about the justice for Mohbad. But deep down, the few ones that knows and the families knows that everything that has been going on after my husband's demise is all about the family dispute. Do you understand? Yeah. And also the DNA issue is one thing that that brings so much pain into my heart, because it sounds funny, like, how did we get here? We started from justice for Mohbad, and one way or the other, somebody somewhere on social media that thinks he has right to just interfere into family issues started the DNA narrative, and a lot of people get along with it. And my father-in-law, which happens to be the elderly person, like, I expected him to, at least, even though he needed a DNA, I actually believe that he should find a way to address it. Do you understand?
Talk to you maybe privately?
Yeah, he never did, exactly, but instead he was just going online talking about DNA.
Look at this girl. She said, instead, even if Baba wanted a DNA, Baba should have at least contacted her. Please, can you help me to ask her? Did you even give Baba the chance? A 26-years-old boy that came from nobody. What is gonna be his priority? Please, I want you all to talk. A 26-years-old boy, what is gonna be his priority? Is his priority going to be to buy a landed property for this girl? Why are these people like this? Ashana, oh, de berupo bibo. Ashana, oh, berupo bibo. You said you called Baba Mohbad. I want to see the recording, because you are good in recording people's voice. Bring that evidence that you spoke with Baba Mohbad. We need that evidence. 26-years-old boy that came from the slump, from the ghetto, that was nobody. He abandoned his father. His father was living in abject poverty. He was living from hand to mouth. According to that man, the man said the biggest money Mohbad that went through his account was 100,000. And this guy is sitting there saying, the property my husband bought for me, make it make sense. So Mohbad came to this world to buy property for you and your son, not even for the family. Ọlọ́run àdàbí abíẹ́ ọmọ tó gbé lọ́wọ́ yẹn, irú obìnrin bíi tiẹ̀ òun lọ́lọ́run máa bá mi fún. Mi ní ṣépè fún ẹ. Obìnrin bíi tiẹ̀ lọ́lọ́run máa bá mi pèsè fọ́mọ ẹ. Kí ló dé táwọn èèyàn burú báyìí? Òbí á jìṣẹ́ á jìyà lórí ọmọ. Ìwọ lórí burúkú ọmọbìnrin kan, obìnrin àjèjì, ọ̀tá bí ìyàwó kò ní wọnú ilé yín wá lórúkọ Jésù. Ọ̀tá bí ọkọ kò ní wọnú ilé ọmọ yín wá lórúkọ Jésù. Ẹ wo bàbá yìí, 10 years I don't see mommy. Olórí burúkú ìyá Mohbad. Ó lọ okó àti ìrẹsì ló bá lọ. Omi tóògùn ló bá lọ nínú ilé. Bàbá yìí single-handedly. Ẹni tó bá ṣèpè fún bàbá yìí. Gbogbo nǹkan tójú bàbá yìí rí, ojú yẹn á rí in billion folds. Bàbá yìí, ó lóun máa ń pọnmọ sẹ́yìn. Bàbá yìí á pọnmọ sẹ́yìn. Akọ̀kọ́ló, wọ́n á kọ àpótí just to make ends meet. Bàbá yìí lọ gba owó gbọ́múlé láńtà lẹ́ẹ̀mejì. Ìtòkó fẹ́ wọ́n mọ lọ sí good school. Òbí mélòó ló máa rò nínú trenches tó wà yẹn. A ní kán lọ sí Jákàndé school ni. Bàbá yìí lọ gba owó gbọ́múlé láńtà. Ó ní káwọn ọmọ òun lè jẹ́ èèyàn láyé. Bádìkú máa pa ni. Ẹ yẹ ká máa gbọ́ lọ.
Daughter-in-law to daughter-in-law, like, what do you want? Like, talk to me, stop going out there to talk about it. But he never did. I called him several. He never said anything regarding the DNA or anything. What he was just telling me was about my husband's property. If I feel like I have anything with me, I should just hand everything over to him, or else he would go out to destroy me.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Can you hear that? He said Baba told him, you think, Ashana, you have bloggers, but Baba Mohbad have God. Let me tell you people something. When Mohbad died, did you hear what she said? She said Baba called her and said, if you don't hand over all the property Mohbad bought for you and your son, I will go out there to destroy you. Please, I want to ask everybody, not until recently, when we started Justice for Mohbad, all through Baba's life, Baba was not on WhatsApp, Baba was not on Facebook, Baba don't know what is called blogger. That was why he made a lot of mistakes. So when Mohbad died, even us, we are blaming Baba then. So why is Wunmi now saying, Baba said, if you don't give me everything, I will go out to destroy you? Where? Because all what you are saying is lies. Baba called you and said, if you don't give it to me, I will go out and destroy you. Baba. Wallahi. Tí kò wojú láyè tọ́jú àwọn òbí ẹ̀. Tó lórí burúkú ẹ wá jókòó sí bísìn. Tó sọ pé the property he bought for me. Ṣó lórí burúkú ni ẹni. Ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin tẹ́ ń wò mí lẹ́ni. Obìnrin tí ò bá ti níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́. Mi wá sọ, any iṣẹ́ can be iṣẹ́. But please, to my fellow men that are watching me tonight, any woman that has no job, even if it's a cleaning job, if it's a cooking job, if it's a 1 naira job, any woman that has no job is a red flag. She will sleep around. She will bring a bastard to the house. All she wants is your wealth. Am I communicating? Any woman that has no job, even if it's a 1 naira job, if it's a £1 job, make sure she's working. An idle mind is the devil's workshop. If this girl was working, she will understand what it means to make money. She will not mismanage money like this. She will not mess up Mohbad's life. She will not be talking about property. If she had worked for money in land life, she will not be sat in the public talking about somebody else's property. That property will be secondary.
The alleged bullying against your late husband.
Amaka, I would like you to take that properly, but let me just add something to follow up on this. Okay. So I think I remember there was a time he was here for an interview, and one of the that's your father-in-law now. One of the questions we asked him was why was he insisting on the DNA? And I remembered him saying that because the son had told him at some point, or told a friend at some point, that the baby was not his. So do you think he has a right to ask for the DNA, knowing that somebody has mentioned something like, likely this baby may not be his? Or
as a father, I think, in the legally he doesn't have the right.
Okay.
But because I feel like I have nothing to hide. So I feel like,
look at this. I got any lawyer Imole. Public channel. What are the basic principles of investigations? I'm talking to the learned people. In the homicide case, what are the 5 important things to ask? DNA is number 1. And do you know why the DNA comes in if the man has a child? Am I communicating? If the man has a child and the man has a property, the man has an estate, DNA is number 1. If the man has no child, DNA is out of it. Number 2, everybody around the guy, the father, the mother, that is if the child is, the man is well-to-do. Even if he has nothing, he's a poor man, they still have to check everything. Forensic, his calls, his phones, his friends, even extended family. They will ask them questions. Let me give you a scenario. A friend told me a story. He and the friend, they have been friends for years. The friend lived in London. The guy lived in Birmingham. Now, his friend that lives in London was stabbed on their street. Eyewitnesses was there. He was stabbed on the streets of London. Do you know what this police did? The friend that lives in Birmingham, the fact that the police saw it that the guy was stabbed, they came to Birmingham to ask questions. They came to Birmingham to ask the guy, when did... This guy said, and I quote, he said, Sister Buki, I have seen my friend now for the past 10 years. We only talk on phone. For you to see how far in a civilized world, in a sane country, how stretchy they make their investigations. Look at this moron. Look at this girl sitting down there. Association to I think these ladies are a bit red. They should correct her that DNA is important in a homicide case. A fake pregnancy from outside. It's allowed. Let's continue.
I feel like him asking me for DNA is not an issue.
Okay.
But it's just the way he's asking me. Like, yes, it's like, because he knows so that presently, like, I'm actually, let me just say, the most bullied widow in Nigeria right now. And I feel...
I'm actually the most bullied widowed. Who is this girl's trainer? Who is training her? Said you, fair enough. You know the father of your child? You are not a widow. The father of your child is not dead. He's not dead. And the end will justify the means. It will justify it. It will. Exactly. How can a girlfriend become a widow? Make it make sense. How can a girlfriend become a widow? A widow is somebody that is legally married to somebody, and is the child DNA has been conducted, and the child happens to be the late man's son. Has been done. You are calling yourself the most Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Holy Moses.
I feel like as a father-in-law, we were friends. Like that man is actually my friend.
Wow.
Years before this whole thing, like it was my right hand. That was his right hand.
Were you legally married?
Yes. We had traditional marriage.
Okay, traditional marriage.
Yes.
Okay.
Sherry, were you legally married? Did you see her countenance? Yeah, yes. Traditionally. I love this girl. Girl to what dungarees, eh? She's not sentimental. Can you please Google it? Hot wedding and traditional wedding. Tomba bi ala ya eda. Be traditional certificate yen. Be lo si embassy. Ko go put ma fún visa. Be traditional certificate yen. Be lo si bank ni bi bayi. Ko go ma de lo po wa married. Oh, bon, titi, oh, bon fún dino madaye. Iyan ya look away, olórí ibu, ya look away. Olo, bí o bá ti pa dino náà báyìí, kan náà fẹ́ jogún dino. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa bọ́ lọ.
We're not legal, it's just
That's legal. No, that's legal. Yeah, wife to the family.
Of course I am, yeah.
Yeah.
So, at first, when this DNA narrative came out, I told you, like I said before, I called you, but wasn't talking about this. I was talking about something else entirely. And it was, I saw him went in an interview talking about the DNA. And I was like, at first, he said because the Nigerians wanted hits.
Okay.
Later, he moved to saying my husband's friend where they told him that he only had sex with me once. And why would I tell him that I'm pregnant? That one sex can never lead to pregnancy and all that, to pregnancy and all of that. Meanwhile, this.
Can you hear it? When I told you now that this new tweet, she deprived Mohbad of sex, you think I was lying? But he did not do that. If Baba was greedy, if Baba lacked contentment, let me tell you, Mohbad will not die. Mohbad will not die. If Baba was greedy, Mohbad will not die. Can I shock you all? When the man said that was that day, I dropped the phone and I told God. I told God, I said, God, even if it is the last breath in me, I will stand with this man till he gets the justice he wants.
This same person
is the one
who insisted. I told him because the same person did not go to the house with us. It was just me.
Hey, keep quiet. Prime Boy did not say it directly. Spending was in the cell with Prime Boy, and Spending made a big confession. Spending made all those confessions that Mohbad wanted to throw the boy in the water. Mohbad, you started fighting because Mohbad asked you who was the father of your child. You were so scared, you had to carry the baby to the show. So it was not Prime Boy. It was what Spending told them in the prison. Reason you never dragged Spending. Reason you never mentioned Spending's name. Because you knew Spending was part of the plan.
my husband, his brother, and the other team members. And he has found a way of convincing people that this DNA is one way or the other linked to my husband's demise. And Nigerians tend to work on their emotions. Do you understand? It's like just few people that will think outside the box. Do you understand?
Okay, listen, everybody. She said Prime Boy made Nigerians to know that it is DNA that led to Mohbad's spy. Yeah? Okay, that was not what led to Mohbad's spy. Mohbad died in your presence. What led to Mohbad's spy? Tell us what happened that night. The night of 11th September 2023. What happened to Mohbad when he came back from the show? Tell us. Okay, we don't want to believe now that it was Liam's birth that by Mohbad. Now, tell us the truth. What happened at that night? What happened? Liar. Go and check my wall. I have put it there. Thank God bless that person that matched that. Please, our courts and so bloggers.
To convince people in one way or the other, saying I'm promiscuous, I'm this, I'm that. And most people do not even know that he was even the one.
Mohbad did not tell you are promiscuous. Baba Mohbad did not say you are promiscuous. Never. It was when you got to court. Everybody was there. Please bring out the CTC. The lawyer asked you when you were at the coroner inquest, Ashana. She said, since you married Mohbad, as another man slept with you, you couldn't say no. You didn't say no, you didn't say yes. You kept quiet. And in my own language, when you keep quiet when a question is asked, quiet means consent. The lawyer asked you again. He said, have you slept with Sam Larry before? You did not answer. You kept quiet. Quiet means consent. So why are you now saying, Baba said you are promiscuous? Ọmọ tí mo fẹ́, transformer lekini. Ṣé Baba no come here? Is it Baba that sang that song? That you turn yourself to transformer. You've given light to every man in Lekki. Is it Baba that sang the song? Mohbad is singing from experience. Anytime you fight with Mohbad, you will carry your weekend bag. You are fighting with a man. You are going to sleep in a motel. Who are you going to sleep with in the motel? Even if you fight with Mohbad, you can go to the second room and sleep. You can go to your son's room and sleep. Why are you carrying weekend bag to go to a hotel? Who are you going to meet in the hotel? You are going to meet your baby father in the hotel. Anytime your baby father is in town, he will tell you to have a fight with Mohbad. I will play a video for you now. I just play a video for him.
But most people do not even have this. Same man fasted with me, my husband, and himself for 7 days.
Yes, you were pregnant.
We went to different places. He took me to mountains, churches, like he gave me.
Can you all hear her? Can you all hear her? My father-in-law fasted with me for 7 days. He took us to churches when I was pregnant and before I was pregnant. And that father-in-law will be the one now that wants to kidnap Liam, and you put Liam in nylon bag. Make it make sense. Emma binu sí mi. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sà. Mo kàn fẹ́ àwọn kan bínú bí báyìí. Mo ń ṣe show ni wọ́n bínú. Wọ́n ní báwo ni bàbá máa ṣe nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Mo ń try láti convince wọn, but wọn ò get ẹ̀. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ fẹ́ nara yín sọ sà. Mo ń play video kan sí níbi tọ́mọ ti lọ ṣe another interview. Ó wá sọ pé ẹ̀yin lẹ ń force òun kóun lóyún fún Mohbad pé ó lè sọ fún òun pé Holy Spirit, ẹ̀yin mi mímọ́ sọ fún yín pé kóun lóyún, pé there is a reason kóun lóyún fún Mohbad, pé tó lè ṣe mú òun lọ sórí òkè. Bàbá ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sà, ẹ má bínú o. Mo fi gbogbo nǹkan tó ń dùn mọ́ yín bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé lóòótọ́ ló ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀? Because àwọn èèyàn ń sọ sí pé bàbá gan ló fà á, kí tí bàbá ṣe máa ti sírú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Èmi dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé rọ́ ló pa bàbá ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá wa ṣe yànnà ẹ̀ sà. Kí lẹ wí bàbá?
Àrípa àgbọ̀pọ̀.
Bàbá ẹ tún sọ kíní yẹn break. Bàbá ẹ tún sọ sàn.
Ó ti wà ní bí ọ̀dọ̀ ọmọ mi. Going to 2 years. Ṣọpọ́dún mẹ́ta ló sẹ́yìn lọ́dọ̀ náà mọ̀. Mo ti ń bá ń bẹ̀. Mo wá béèrè kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀. Ó wá ní àwọn òròrí ní mi. Kí ni déètì èyí? Ní today is wá jẹ́ tí ó máa bọ́ sí oṣù parí ńjọ́ yẹn, oṣù keje. Èmi kẹ̀dẹ̀rẹ̀ tí mo ti gbọ́rọ̀ bí mo ní kè, we are talking about perfection. Oṣù yìí ti pé. àwa gbà àwẹ̀ àti àdúrà tó bá ti di time báyìí máa pè mí láti pray fún ẹ mo pray fún bíi 7 days ìgbà tó máa fi di.
bàbá ẹ jẹ́ kí sáré béèrè nǹkan lọ́wọ́ yín bàbá ẹ má bínú sá o ṣé lẹ́yìn tẹ́ lọ tọrọ ẹ̀ lẹ́ ń gbàdúrà kó bímọ because ọmọ tẹ́ sọ pé ẹ ṣe wedding ẹ̀ ipe introduction lọ sọ di engagement why tẹ́ ṣe ń gbàdúrà kó bímọ ṣẹ́yìn tí ẹ̀ check pé because ó ti ń béèrè question yẹn ti pẹ́ tí mo dẹ̀ ní máa bí ìgbà tẹ́ rọ́mọ ìpè lọ́mọ yín ṣe ẹbọmọ yẹn sọ pé ta lọ́mọ yìí ta ló bí ẹ̀ ṣe gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá.
Ní ìgbà tí mo gba pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ kò tí ì pẹ́ ìgbà tó dọ́dọ̀ Naira Marley ni mo mọ̀ mi ò mọ̀ rí ó sọ pé òun ti ń dètè fún 13 years èmi ò rí rí o so ọmọ mi ò dẹ̀ kúrò lọ́dọ̀ mi nọ́tàn tí tó ti skul dé tó lọ sọ́dọ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ tó lọ gbé kúrò lọ́dẹ mi ò dẹ̀ pàdé ẹ̀ rí so gbogbo yẹn sàkámàjẹ ni wọn pàdé ní 13 years kí ni èjì tí ọmọ tó yẹ 15 years tó yẹ kó mọ̀ mú káàkiri tájọ́ iṣẹ́ kápẹ́ntà ni kò tí ì lè ní girlfriend nígbà yẹn so eléyìí sọ pé bóyá èmi ni mò ń mú un káàkiri n tó sọ fún mi pòun ò ròyìn ní adẹwà nínú oṣù keje èmi gbàdúrà ní àkókò yẹn nígbà tó dẹ̀ máa di oṣù kẹjọ fúnra ẹ̀ ló pè mí sọ pé òun ti lóyún.
bàbá ẹ dúró mo fẹ́ bẹ bàbá ẹ dúró ṣé oyún tá à ń sọ yìí ṣé kẹ́ tó ṣe introduction ni.
àká tó ṣe introduction ló ti lóyún.
so bàbá so definitely ọmọ lọ gbé oyún kẹ́ lè ṣe introduction ni.
ẹ má yẹ ká ròyìn that such even èmi gan fúnra mi mo tún wà pẹ̀lú àwọn tó pé mo fẹ́ mọ àwọn òbí ẹ̀ ṣe pé tí nǹkan bá lọ́mọyàn lọ́rùn tó sì bí wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ ja níbo ló ti rọ́mọ yìí mo fẹ́ mọ àwọn òbí ẹ̀ kí àti ẹ̀ ní alájọfẹjọ́ sùn tí nǹkan bá tiẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ oríṣiríṣi kan mo ti ń gbọ́ lọ sùn síta lọ lo 3 days padà wálé ọkọ dẹ̀ tó ń gbà á ibú wọn ló sọ pé lọ́dún ló kó yàrá kejì still náà you still love her ok mo fẹ́ mọ àwọn òbí ẹ̀ ohun tí èmi suggest nìyẹn now introduction la fẹ́ ṣe nígbà tí mo wá dé fún ìtúyà at least cm ní gbogbo èèyàn ni mò ń coordinate ní church tí bá yẹ pé mo fẹ́ ṣe engagement ó yẹ kí n pè wọ́n èmi nìkan àti ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ní Ìkòròdú la lọ síbẹ̀ introduction lèmi fẹ́ lọ ṣe nígbà tí mo dẹ̀ síbẹ̀ tó ti fún ìyá ní owó tó ti lọ ra oríṣiríṣi pọ́pọ̀ dúdú tó lè kó máa pọ́njọ́ kejì ó kó gbogbo ẹ̀jọ́ kí lẹ fẹ́ ṣe wọn lè náwó ẹ̀méjì o àwọn fẹ́ sọ di engagement náà ọmọ ìjọ ọmọ tí mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ ó ní láti gbà pókè tèmi kí sáà máa wọn òbí ẹ̀ that is my intention á dẹ̀ débẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pókè o nǹkan báyìí ni wọ́n ti dálẹ̀ even ọba gan ò lè ṣe introduction kó tó yẹn nílùú gbogbo ìlú wọn ti pé èmi àti ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ló kúrò ní Kòròdú kẹbà mọ̀ pé mi ò mọ̀ wípé a fẹ́ ṣe engagement cm ní mí ó yẹ kí n lè pe àwọn adarí ìjọba gbà ọmọ mi fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan mi ò sọ fún ẹ̀dá àlàyé kan gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi ló bínú nígbà tí mi ò mọ̀ introduction lèmi fẹ́ lọ ṣe àwọn tó bá lè ń ṣe introduction ẹ tó jẹ́ ọtíjì yẹn bí gangan ló máa ń mú dání bẹ́ẹ̀ ti yá Mohbad ti pe gbogbo àwọn ẹbí tiwọn ṣé get me.
so bàbá nǹkan tẹ̀ sọ sí pé ìyá Mohbad mọ̀ ń pa plan yẹn ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ mọ̀.
àwọn tí mi pé òun ló máa gbowó èso ó ti mọ̀ pé òun máa rówó ń bẹ̀ náà nítorí kọ́jọ́ kọ́kọ́ lọ ṣe kí n bí yẹn nìyẹn ó ti gbowó wọ́n ti kówó fún pé lọ ra material tá a lò ó dẹ̀ ti lọ rà nígbà tí mo wá débẹ̀ tí mo wá rí pé wọ́n ní òkè mọ́ yẹn fẹ́ ṣe nítorí pé wọ́n ò ní ṣe lẹ́ẹ̀mejì mo dẹ̀ bí lọ́wọ́ ọmọ mi ó ní bọ́ yẹn fẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn nígbà tí mo dẹ̀ rí Prado tó sọ̀kalẹ̀ Prado 8 lakódèlú wọn kẹbà mẹ́pọ̀ wọn ti plan nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe so èmi ò dẹ̀ lè dójú tì í mo débẹ̀ mo ṣe bí bàbá ṣe yẹ kí n ṣe mi ò ṣẹ́rí bó ṣe wà yẹn mi ò ní ẹ̀tanú kọ̀ọ̀kan fún èmi kàn bílí pé ọmọ burúkú ṣe fẹ́ àna burúkú ò ṣe é ní. nígbà tí mo wá dé ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn àna mo wá mọ̀ pé àwọn àna gbogbo ló wá burú jáì at least tí èèyàn bá fẹ́ ọmọ burúkú tó bá ti pe àwọn òbí ẹ̀ wọ́n á fà á múra pé wọ́n ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ nílé ẹgbẹ́ oṣù kéré wọ́n ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ nílé ọkọ nǹkan tí èmi rò nìyẹn láì mọ̀ pé àwọn tó kónú Mohbad náà kónú bàbá díẹ̀ ẹ̀ sí bíbá ẹ̀.
à ń gbọ́ yín bàbá.
bàbá yẹn náà wọ́n ti kó fún tiẹ̀ lọ́sẹ̀ pé mo sọ pé wọ́n kó fún Mohbad níjọ́ sí wọ́n ní bàbá yẹn náà n tí mo mí Yorùbá ni mo lò àwọn tó ṣe Mohbad bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ti ṣe bàbá yẹn náà bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá yẹn ò ní láárí kankan. Ẹ lọ béèrè ilẹ̀ tí Mohbad rà sí ìlú wọn lọ́sẹ̀sẹ̀ lọ fi ń kọ́lé fún 2 acre. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀.
Bàbá ẹ dúró, bàbá mo fẹ́ bí yín, bàbá ẹ dúró. Mọ́ǹtì wo ló ní kẹ́ gbàdúrà fóun, mọ́ǹtì wo ló sọ fún yín pé òun lóyún?
Na oṣù keje.
That is July. July.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, August ló pè mí pé òun ti miss period òun. N dẹ̀ ti confirm rẹ̀. Again, but then máa fi di around is it not November end to Jan, brother ìgbé December, I get the date yẹn ṣá, la mo fẹ́ lọ ṣe introduction, also the engagement.
Bàbá ẹ má bínú ẹ jẹ́ kí n hack sí ní nǹkan kan. Ìgbà tọ́mọ yìí sọ fún yín pé ọmọ yìí ó máa ń lọ ọjọ́ 3, ọjọ́ 4 ó máa lọ sùn sótẹ́ẹ̀lì. Ọmọ yìí dẹ̀ wá sọ pé òun fẹ́ fẹ́ ru ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Bàbá ṣé kò jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ̀yin òfin pò jẹ́ kẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ àbí kẹ́ gbàdúrà sí? Èyí tẹ́ fi sọ pé ọmọ burúkú ṣe fẹ́ àná burúkú ni ò ṣe ní.
Ṣe rí èèyàn tó fẹ́ yàn. Àwọn kinní kan wà tó pé àwọn òbí wọn ò ní agbára lórí ẹ̀. Ok, ṣùgbọ́n ni mo fẹ́ ya Mohbad, mo ti yan ohun tí mo fẹ́ yàn. Òun náà dẹ̀ ti mú tiẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n kọ́ Ọlọ́run máa yẹ kíyàn ṣìrìn. Ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀rẹ́ lòun àti kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ Prime Boy. Ṣùgbọ́n jọ rí wọn náà ni. Prime Boy ló lè pèsè ògbà tí wọ́n pàdé. So èmi ò rí rí not until tí ọmọ yẹn wá ṣèdúpẹ́ pé Naira Marley sáyún. So ohun kìíní dẹ̀ ti wọra, ohun tó ń ṣe ọmọ yìí is beyond natural. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí òbí bí bàbá wọ́n gbìyànjú ẹgbẹ́ ń tọpọ́n nínú àwọn ìyànjú mi. Nígbà tí mo rí àwọn kan tó ń lọ bí eléyìí, mo pinnu ọjọ́ kan pé ibi tí mo ti wá àyàndè náà ó dáa, mo pinnu Naira Marley. Mo ń gbé ọmọ yìí kúrò nílé ni. Mo ń gbé ọmọ yìí lọ. Mo dé orí bíríìjì Tọ́mílán bridge. Ìyá Mohbad gba ọmọ yìí lọ́wọ́ mi. Àwọn èdè tó pè fún mi níjọ́ yẹn ni pé ọmọ òun ò lè lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ orogún. Ṣé ẹ̀gbọ́n nǹkan ló wà nílé mi?
Bàbá how old ni Mohbad ń gbà tẹ́ ń sọ yìí? Ìgbà tẹ́ ń gbé Mohbad yọ how old ni?
N tí mo sọ yìí kò ju gbogbo tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí yẹn kò ju èyí ẹ̀ síra wọn tó fi lọ yìí. Ibi ẹ̀ rí pé ilé tí wọ́n kó lọ sí gan mi ò tí ì lò ju oṣù 6 ń bẹ̀. Ilé yẹn màá sọ fún mi pé ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì ni mo débẹ̀, ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹta nígbà tó kú. Torí ọkàn mi ò lọ síbẹ̀ torí pé kò gbọ́rọ̀ sí mi lẹ́nu láti tó bá máa kó kúrò tó wà yẹn tó wà lọ́ọ̀kan yìí mo ti sanwó ẹ̀ ó kò kí n san balance. Ṣé o kó tí mo ń fẹ́ ó ti mọ̀ pé ládìí nǹkan tó ń bá òun fún ni. So àwọn kan yẹn lájọ sọ gbẹ̀yìn pé ilé tó ń fẹ́ rà gbàdúrà sí. Kì í ṣe bóyá àjà but fún àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan tí mo kàn ń bá wí ok ìwọ lórí ẹni tó ló ń fẹ́ ok ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló dókó yàrá kejì ìwọ náà ló tún gbà á.
Bàbá ibẹ̀ inú jẹ́ kẹ́yìn ti mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣojú lásán ibẹ̀ inú jẹ́ kẹ́yìn ti jáde sí.
Ẹgbọ́ nígbà tí mi fẹ́ heart as bàbá ṣé mi pé ilé ayé ìfẹ́lẹ́ ok tí mo wá gbé Mohbad lọ at the end kí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ìwá ṣẹlẹ̀ èmi mo gbé wá sí ọ̀dọ̀ ó ní òun ò gbé ọmọ lọ sọ́dọ̀ orogún ẹgbọ́ èdè yẹn ó dẹ̀ wà ní ọkọ tiẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ibi tó gbé lọ I don't know bẹ̀tọ̀ ọmọ yẹn débẹ̀ náà ò lè wọlé síbẹ̀ ó wà lọ sọ́dọ̀ ìbùkún. Ẹ má di ọ̀rọ̀ mi o Maizine ló drive Maizine ló tẹ̀lé débẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ní ìgbà tó máa tún débẹ̀ pẹ̀lú pé a tún gbé ọmọ yìí sá fún àṣànà fúnra Mohbad ló tún tẹ̀sí ẹ̀ ipò tẹ̀sí ẹ̀ pé ibi tó ń wà lélẹ́yìí ṣé mi wíkà ní pé ọ̀dọ̀ mi ni ìbá le díẹ̀ pé ta ló rán ẹ wá síbí ọ̀dọ̀ ìyá ìlú tracy ẹ lọ́lọ́ ibi ìyá tó wò pé èmi ni mo tún tracy ìyàwó pé kó máa lọ sọ́dọ̀ ọmọ mi náà níbi tí mo ní mo ti mọ pé nǹkan báyìí ṣe ọmọ yìí ìran tí mo rí ní àkókò ẹ̀ ló jẹ́ kí n fẹ́ gbé ṣùgbọ́n ìyá ẹ̀ ò gbà ipe kí n gbé lọ sí ilé tí èmi ń gbé ló fi gbé lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ ní Ṣàngó ṣe ibi tí ìyàpá yẹn ti ń bọ̀ àbájọ pòǹpọ̀ ká fi tọ́jú ọmọ yìí ẹ rántí pé stepmother ló tọ́ Mohbad jù
àbí
stepmother ló lọ sanwó school ẹ̀
tó dẹ̀ tọ́ dàgbà.
ṣùgbọ́n stepmother yẹn kò lè dúró nígbà tí Mohbad níláárí tó ló lówó kò fẹ́ even kò tẹ̀ fẹ́ rí àwọn ọmọ tó bí síbì kan ló ń pè ní àbúrò Mohbad àwọn ọmọ tí stepmother bí fèmí orí wọn bíi pé kì í ṣe àbúrò Mohbad bẹ́ẹ̀ Mohbad ò ta wọ́n nù o wọ́n fi gbogbo àkókò sọ fún yín pé even ọmọ first daughter ẹni sọ pé stepmother tí ò kí ẹ̀ yẹn Mohbad ra fóònù fún ó kù bóyá bíi 12 days tó máa kú ló pè mí ló ra fóònù fún ọmọ yẹn iPhone so Mohbad ò ta nìkan kan nù ṣùgbọ́n ìyá ẹ̀ ló sọ pé wọn ò gbọdọ̀ dọ́dọ̀ ọmọ òun ìyá ẹ̀ ló mu nímú pé bámúbámú la yó àmọ́ bébí pọ̀ ọmọ ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan ìyá ẹ̀ ló ti rìn mo sọ pé tí ọmọ ìbò ṣe ń ta yìí àwọn kóòṣì wà lábẹ́lẹ̀ irú girama àwọn kóòṣì ni ohun tí wọ́n tọ́ wọn náà ń sọ síta yìí òun kọ́ ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n èmi ò ní parọ́ mẹ́nikẹ́ni láyé.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
torí pé irú ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀mí mi pé máa sọ ń sìn mò ń jẹun lọ́wọ́ ṣùgbọ́n tó fẹ́ pé lọ́ni mo fẹ́ kùkù ni mo lè ní kẹ́ ẹ pè mí padà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
kó tako àwọn bọ́ sẹ́yìn òótọ́ lèmi máa bá yín sọ.
èmi mọ̀ yín.
bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn. so even ní ìgbà tó lóyún pẹ̀lú ìtọ́wọ́pọ̀ pásítọ̀ ìyá wọ́n pè mí ṣebí iṣẹ́ tèmi gbà ni pé kí n gbàdúrà as a pastor àjọ pàdé lórí òkè ní Abẹ́òkúta a lọ pray ṣebí ìrántọ́ náà bá fi hàn èèyàn ń takò èyí tí ò bá fi hàn ó ju gbogbo ẹ̀dá lọ nítorí jí Ọlọ́run nìyẹn at least lórí òkè yẹn orí àpáta yẹn la sùn ṣùgbọ́n lórí àpáta yẹn ká tó sọ̀kalẹ̀ ìjà tún ṣẹlẹ̀ ìjà ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ ìjà ń ṣẹlẹ̀ bọ̀ ni.
láàrin ẹ̀yà tálẹ́jà.
òun ìyàwó Mohbad àti ẹni tí wọ́n pè ní AY tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀gbọ́n sí Mohbad torí pé ìyẹn advice ẹ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan tó wà lórí fóònù ẹni ìyàwó ẹ̀ máa rí òun ṣọkùnrin o ìyàwó dẹ̀ get ẹjọ́ mi pé ọjọ́ kejì ni bọ̀bọ́ yẹn lọ ẹni tí ìyàwó ẹ̀ bá ti lé ò lè dúró ọ̀rọ̀ sì ń bọ̀ lórí 3 minutes kíní tí wọ́n ní wọ́n rí tí wọ́n ṣe kíní yẹn màá sì sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ èyí tí eléyìí fi ń sọ pé gbá lòún rí gbá kan lòún rí èmi rí bọ̀bọ́ tí wọ́n ṣàn yẹn màá bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ létà.
ok bàbá èmi àti yín máa sọ̀rọ̀.
nígbà tí ìyàwó tó detect wípé òun náà fẹ́ máa ṣe nọ́mọ̀nọ́mọ́ ó máa lọ ni nítorí bá ti sọ fún Mohbad ṣe etiquette so irú ẹ̀dá tó bá lò nìyẹn irú èèyàn tó jẹ́ nìyẹn so eléyìí tó ń gbé káàkiri òun rí 3 seconds òun rí kinní kan nìyẹn ẹ gbàgbé bàbá yín sọ̀rọ̀ lórí yẹn.
bàbá ẹ jẹ́ kí sáré béèrè last one nípa placenta ọmọ tẹ wá bá gbàdúrà tẹ bá ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tó fi lóyún tàdé mọ̀ pé fake lóyún yẹn náà Mohbad kọ́ ló lóyún tèmi mọ̀ ọmọ yẹn ṣe wá gbé placenta sá fún yín bàbá kí tó ṣe gbé placenta sá fún yín.
ẹ gbọ́ ní òkú ọ̀la tó fẹ́ lọ bímọ òun àti ìyá Mohbad ń jà ṣé ń gbọ́ mi.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà.
torí ẹsẹ̀ ìyá Mohbad kò wọ́n bẹ̀ ìjà tí wọ́n wá jà yẹn ló dẹ́rù bà Mohbad ló wá pè mí dádì ìyàwó àti ìyàwó máa ti ní clash ìyàwó débi sìn ó béèrè ìyàwó òun sọ pé ó ti lọ sọ́dọ̀ mọ̀mọ́ ẹ̀ tìmẹ́sì tí ìyá Mohbad máa sọ ni pé oògùn tó lọ ṣe á jẹ́ fún ẹ o ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sound somehow gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìyá sí ìyàwó mo gbéra ó di ọ̀dọ̀ Mohbad wá sọ pé ìyàwó òun ti lọ sọ́dọ̀ ìyá ẹ̀ at least tọmọbìnrin bá lóyún náà ọ̀dọ̀ ìyá ẹ̀ ló yẹ kó lọ á lè take care ẹ̀. mo wá lọ sí ilé wọn ní òru òkú ọ̀la tó máa bímọ mo gbàdúrà fún kò síjà láàrin wa òkè wálé nígbà tó máa di ọjọ́ kejì ọmọ mi ló pè mí fúnra rẹ̀ pé òun ti bímọ o dádì báwo ni placenta níbo tó tiẹ̀ bímọ sí torí ilé alágbóná bímọ sí kò jìnnà sí ilé ọ̀dọ̀ mi máa gbé placenta bọ̀ nígbà tó di 10 minutes to the time ó ní wọ́n ti gba placenta o ibi tẹ́ ń gbé wọ́n tálọ̀ gbogbo bẹ̀ ni kò síbi náà lè sí placenta sí èmi ò tẹ́ ẹ̀ ká sí not until tí a jọ pàdé ní corona ló wá sọ fún mi pé torí pé òun ò gbé placenta fún mi that is the reason tóun àtẹ̀mí fi ń jà èmi máa tẹ́ ẹ ronú sí gbogbo ibẹ̀ yẹn ó dáta ló wá gbé placenta fún. Ibi tí a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀ nípa DNA nìyẹn ọkàn mi ò lọ síbẹ̀ àwọn tó wà níta bóyá ó ti sọ àṣírí kan fáwọn yẹn làwọn yẹn ti ń gbé káàkiri ọkàn mi ò lọ náà tọ̀ǹtì tó fèsì mi báyìí pé torí pé òun ò gbé placenta fún mi mọ́mí mú jẹun lọ́wọ́.
Bàbá ẹ má bínú bàbá mi ẹ bẹ̀ pé kankan tí bá ti mú yín báyìí àwọn èèyàn tẹ̀ ló mọ̀ ìjọ tẹ délé ìgbà tí Mohbad kú yẹn sàn ṣé ní kọ́kọ́ pè yín pé Mohbad kú.
Ẹ ṣe ẹ tún fẹ́ kí n bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn.
Ẹ má bínú dádì mi.
Ìyá Mohbad ló pè mí pé ọmọ mi wà lọ́sibítù bó ṣe pè mí yẹn tó máa bá wà lọ́sibítù kò yẹ kó tó yẹn ìdíwé tó fi pè ìpè ìjáyà ó dáa jẹ́ ká pàdé bus stop ọ̀dọ̀ òjìnà sọ́dọ̀ mi kájọ lọ mo dẹ̀ lọ dúró sí bus stop yẹn ó ti tún gbéyàn kan sẹ́yìn tó jẹ́ pè ní ìyá Túndé àwọn méjèèjì wọn ò wá wo ọ̀dọ̀ mi ṣe bóun ló sọ pé kí n dúró sí bus stop wọn wá kọjú sí ẹ̀gbẹ́ kejì àwọn méjèèjì ó ti yẹ kéèyàn kan kọjú sí èmi àti ẹ ló sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn bíbí ló ń lọ yìí ìpè tó dẹ̀ pè mí ìpè ìjáyà ni ó dáa n bá wo ẹnìkan ládùúgbò pé ó yá mọ́tò yìí nu mọ́tò pickup wọn yá máa tẹ̀lé wọn ṣe pé ọ̀kadà máa yára ju mọ́tò mo tún pè ya Mohbad wọn ò gbé kọ náà wọn wá ti dórí omi ó kù èèyàn kan èmi ti pẹ́ kí èmi tó débẹ̀ ẹnìkan tó kù yẹn ló jẹ́ kí n lè bá wọn níbi tí mo ti ń gba nǹkan tí màá fi wọ orí omi kọ́ọ̀lù ìbùkún wọlé ẹ ló dájú mi Mohbad máa ti kú o ó dàbí pé wọ́n gbá nǹkan mọ́ mi létí ó dẹ̀ pa fóònù ó dẹ̀ wà nínú boat mi ò bá wọn sọ anything mọ́ ìyá Mohbad wọn á receive ara ẹ̀ tí ń yọ ti ń response treatment gbogbo ní ká máa bọ̀ wọ́n júwe Ọ̀ṣápá London bus stop ló ní àti bus stop síbi hospital tó wà ibẹ̀ náà ń darí wa lọ nígbà mo dé bus stop tí mo dẹ̀ wo gbogbo bọ́n ṣe ń pè ya Mohbad wọn ò pè mí ẹ rántí pé ìbùkún tó jáde sí i Ṣàngó ló ń gbé kò sí lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nígbà tí wọ́n dé bus stop wọ́n sọ pé a ti wà ní bus stop o ìyá Mohbad pé Darosha wọ́n sọ pé ẹ padà sílé pé ara ẹ̀ ti yá èdè akọrin ń bá gba fóònù lọ́wọ́ ìyá Mohbad bus stop làwà dádì ẹ wà ń bẹ̀ ẹ padà sílé ẹ o tó bá ti padà sílé so a máa rí yín àbí kẹ ẹ wábì kan kẹ lọ́ọ̀jì sí hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì kan èmi mo sọ fún ìyá Mohbad pé ọmọ yìí ti kú torí èdè tí wọ́n lò pé ara ẹ̀ ti yá o ó ti ń response treatment bus stop tí a wà yẹn ó fẹ́ẹ́ tì mí sí kọ́tà kò jẹ́ kí èmi lè sọ pé bóyá ó ti gbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ ní òun parọ́ mọ́yàn ibẹ̀ yẹn láti pinnu gbókè à ń padà sílé tí Mohbad ń gbé láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìkan bí aago 7 ká tó dé ọ̀dọ̀ ilé tí Mohbad ń gbé ó ti di tó 10 ilẹ̀ ti ṣú torí ó dọ̀ bọ̀ lọ́nà àwọn mọ́tò ni ṣùgbọ́n tí màá fi débẹ̀ irú nọ́ọ̀sì sọ pé mo rí sí mi ò rí nọ́ọ̀sì rí o èmi àti nọ́ọ̀sì ò sọ̀rọ̀ rí o ìyàwó ni mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ kí ló ṣọkọ ẹ tó ní ó rí àti sí treatment ni ẹ máa gbé lọ sékìtì ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ ẹ̀ ṣó jọra wọn. ibẹ̀ bí rẹpísẹ́ǹtì Davido ti wá tó sọ pé dádì ọ̀gá òní kò fún mi ní 2 million èmi ò lè gba 2 million pa mo náwó sí Darosha gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹbí wa ó tún jẹ́ pa òun rèé wọ́n transfer owó sí ṣé ń gbọ́ mi.
àwa ń bí bàbá.
Darosha ló pe ambulance ṣùgbọ́n ó sọ̀rọ̀ kan ní alẹ́ ọjọ́ yẹn nígbà tí ó ní ó dẹ̀ kan ṣe autopsy ọmọ yìí ó sọ ní tó bá tíyàn bá sọ màá ló sọ ṣùgbọ́n ó kàn mí pé wọ́n á pín wọ́n á ṣe ẹjẹ́ gbé lọ sí.
no bàbá ẹ dúró Darosha sọ pé ó jẹ kán ṣe autopsy bọ̀ ẹ sọ pé gbàtẹ́ débẹ̀ wọ́n ti fi òwú sí nímú wọ́n ti ẹ̀ bá àmọ́ ẹ̀ so autopsy ẹ̀ wọ́n fi play yín ni bàbá wọ́n fi play yín ni.
yes òun ló ti ẹ̀ bá ó confam ẹ̀ lórí status ẹ̀ pé òun lòún ẹ̀ ń bá wọ́n ti ṣe ti bàbá òun at least kan tó ẹ̀ bá mi èèyàn ó yẹ kó tó bíi 12 hours to 18 hours káàkiri pé kò tó di èdè ní ìdàgbà tó ti kú now àjọ dé police station ni àti Darosha àti ìyàwó àti ìyá Túndé àti ẹ̀gbọ́n Wùmí àjọdé police station. Nígbà tí a dé police station Dàrúṣà ló kọ́kọ́ bọ́lẹ̀ torí ara mi ń gbọ̀n. Nígbà tí Dàrúṣà lọ tó ń bọ̀ tí mi ò mọ ohun tí ó mú jáde ń bá wọbẹ̀ mo ṣàlàyé ara mi wọ́n dẹ̀ ń kọ pépà fún mi. Ẹnìkan dẹ̀ wá from another office ló ní kó má fún mi ní police report yẹn. Wọ́n ní mo ní kí ló dé wọ́n ní ta ni mo ti report nígbà tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ tọmọ kú. Àlejò ni mí mo ṣẹ̀ débẹ̀ ni mi mọ ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n náà wọn ò lè fún mi ní police report. Òru yẹn la gbé wá sí Ìkòròdú General Hospital àti ìyàwó àti ìyá Túndé. Ṣé tí a bá sọ déètì yìí arábí tá a ti máa ṣe fún forensic lélẹ̀. Now tí wọ́n bá ń sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ṣé mi pé General Hospital níbẹ̀ yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kámẹ́rà wà gbogbo déètì yẹn tó bá tẹ̀ ẹ́ tọ́wọ́n bá rí Wùmí níbi tó dúró sí wọ́n reject bọ́dì mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́ àṣé ó ní doctor report tó sọ pé ká máa gbé lọ sí mọ́ṣúárì tẹ́lẹ̀ ó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kò múlẹ̀ ó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ní police station kò múlẹ̀ ó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ mọ́ṣúárì kò múlẹ̀ ẹjọ́ ṣé kí n máa bẹ̀ sí jòkú yẹn ni.
Kò yé mi.
Mo wá fi ìta gbangba lọ́mọ yẹn sùn mọ́jú nínú General Hospital Dàrúṣà ni mo fi tì í pé wo ó dọwọ́ ẹ̀ ní ìpadà lajú mi rí bọ́ọ̀dì yẹn títí wọ́n fi ra pósí nígbà tílẹ̀ mọ́ ṣe bó ti ní 2 million dání. So mi ò lè lajú rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí Yorùbá títí wọ́n fi sí kọ́nà bí tí wọ́n fi mí sí bí síìtì kẹta síbẹ̀ mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ lajú rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí bàbá sọmọ but nígbà tí wọ́n sin tán àwọn tí wọ́n wá bá mi ibi tí mo wà even ọjọ́ yẹn nígbà tí ìyàwó dé wọ́n mú ìyàwó wá bá mi ibi tí mo wà mo tún ṣàdúrà fún ni mi ò ronú.
Bàbá ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré sọ kankan bẹ ibi àdúrà tẹ̀sọ yẹn ó nígbà tóun débi tó ti fẹ́ sin Mohbad ó ní ẹ̀yìn àti ìyàwó ó ní girlfriend yìí lẹ́ni yẹn ó ní ẹ close pé ẹ ní relationship moment tó ń sọ ó ní ẹjọ́ plan ẹ fẹ́ kidnap Liam lọ́wọ́ òun ó lóun láti gbé Liam sínú nylon bag láti sá lọ́mẹ̀ bàbá kí ló ẹ mọ̀ mọ́ pẹ́ lè má rí náà so ẹ gbàdúrà fún ìgbà tó wá.
àbí kí ni mo fẹ́ ṣe.
Ó wá sọ pé ó ní ẹ fẹ́ kidnap ọmọ òun lọ́wọ́.
Ẹ wò pé mọ́mì kò sí ohun tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Èmi náà mọ̀.
Kidnap ọmọ ẹ̀yin ò mọ̀ pé ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí mà ibi tí bá dictate pé ọmọ mi lọ́mọ yìí mo máa tún padà sue wọn because ọmọ yìí náà ń gbé kọ́rùn kì í náà lọ fi ṣe ṣóun Ìbàdàn kí ni èjì ẹ̀ ọmọ oṣù 5 náà ń gbé lọ sí ṣóun tó ti lè sọ ìgò. Ṣé mi pé gbogbo tí wọ́n ń pè ìyẹn tó bá jí ọmọ mi mo gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ tí ń bó pé kíní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ sí èmi bàbá Mohbad máa ṣe ju kan tí mò ń ṣe lọ. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìjẹ́ tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ mi ní ọmọ yìí gbogbo ibi tí wọ́n gbé dé yẹn wọ́n máa ti sùn wọ́n pé ohun tó lọ fi ṣe láàárín ṣé èjì ọmọ yẹn wà níbi tó ti ń gbé kọ́rùn kiri. Mọ́mí ẹ má jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ jù mo ń jẹun lọ́wọ́.
Welcome back. Now let me begin from what Mohbad's father said. There is one thing that is very important that I need you to understand. There is a point that your children get to, you might not be able to command and instruct. You can only suggest. Now, Mohbad's father was fighting between getting the attention and love of Mohbad. I mean, not like bowing to Mohbad, but let me be fair. Let me be nice to my son so he will not be lonely. Let me embrace him so he will feel that I am a father and I'm a mother. Now, at that time, at that point, Mohbad's father and mother, they were both coming around each other back and forth. They still had their clashes back and forth. Things were not really that smooth between them. Mohbad's father was still holding grudges. Mohbad's mother was also holding grudges to an extent. Both of them were still doing their dilly-dallying, kind of thing. Now, Cynthia came into Mohbad's life. I know that parents, mothers, at times, they don't know when children involve themselves in any relationship. Now, according to Cynthia, I got to know Mohbad from a chat called To Go. Now, it doesn't matter where they got to meet, but Mohbad's father is saying, at the age of 15, Cynthia at the age of 13, my son didn't know her. Now, I'm not going to hold on to that statement because, like I said, There are a lot of things that go on out of the sight of parents. Let's keep that on one side. It doesn't matter when they met. Now, in between, Mohbad's father said, I observed, and also my son told me the atrocities of Cynthia. That Cynthia wasn't behaving like a normal human being. Meaning Cynthia was all over the place, sharing transformer back and forth. Their relationship was toxic, and Mohbad complained that Cynthia is not faithful. Now, there are times that relationship, people become insecure. And they are like, oh, this person is cheating. And the person says, I'm not cheating. Oh, you are cheating. You know, that kind of thing. It happens in relationship, like when you are younger. And at times, some people carry on with it till they get to their mid-age and even get older. They are still trying to monitor if one person is a cheat or not and all of that. I know. But when you are younger, it is very evident. So Mohbad's father said, with all of this complaint of Cynthia going here and there, I acted. I said, okay, because a lot of people are questioning Mohbad's father. They said, you didn't do nothing. Is that how you're supposed to act? You didn't do it. The man said, I did. I took Mohbad away from wherever he is. I said, enough is enough. Come to my house. Come and do that your music there. You will live in this house. I don't want you to be with Cynthia anymore. Enough of this. He said on his way to his house, Mohbad's mother refused. Problem started. She said, Mohbad cannot go to your house because there is a woman there. That's the stepmother of Mohbad. There is a woman there. So my son will not go there. And he was like, what do you mean stepmother is there? Is this not the same house this boy grew? This is the same house he grew. How many years ago did he leave this house? And all of a sudden, stepmother is there. He said the reason why she said so is because now it seems Mohbad is beginning to have some little bit of money in his account. So she does not want stepmother to benefit. She took Mohbad to her own house where she has another man. That's what Mohbad's father is saying. But because he didn't want issues and trouble and conflict, he felt the only way we can run this and make it work is by me not holding my ground strong and saying, no, this is what I want. Not stamping my foot on the ground saying, this is what it's going to be. It is either this or nothing. I wanted peace and tranquility. I agreed to what she wanted. When Mohbad went with her to wherever it is she lived, Mohbad said, sorry, I can't live in this dirt. Meaning this place is even worse than my father's house. And don't forget that Mohbad had already left the trenches. He's now beginning to kind of live in areas and locations that are still better. Areas that are still good. So Mohbad said no. Now Mohbad had to go live with his elder sister to go and manage there. Mohbad's father said, lo and behold, the same boy that we are trying to save his life with prayers and revelation, with a lot of activities to make sure that this boy and this girl, they put an end to whatever it is between them. When they got there, after 3 days, Mohbad sent map direction to Cynthia. Can you imagine? Now, we are talking of outside of Lagos. Mohbad sent information to Cynthia. Come and meet me. This is where I am. This is where Mohbad's father realized that there is trouble. He reached out to Mohbad and said, look, what kind of life is this? Are you not normal? Why are you behaving this way? You said this girl is doing this girl is doing that, this girl is that, this girl is this girl slept with this person, slept with... Are you not normal? What is wrong with you? We are praying, we are struggling to keep you together, to keep you sane, to make sure your life is okay, to keep whatever it is that is going out of order in your life, put it in straight. You are still bringing the same person that is causing chaos. The man said to himself, what can I do? He kept on, but Mohbad refused to let go of the same that is causing him headache. So, Bukky Jesse asked, when you observe this, didn't you realize that there is something strange? Well, the man said, well, strange or no strange, it got to a point I realized that there is nothing I can do, much more than what I'm doing, and I'm still doing. After all, it is the same thing that I did when I got to meet the mother of Mohbad. They didn't want me to. It was as if things were not normal. At the end of the day, look at where it ended. Look at where we are. Now, we are all learning lessons from this. That there could be repetition called pattern. He only picked one of the things that happened to him because he didn't see what could happen in the future. He only picked, oh, I married this woman, she's not a good person, life was hard and that. He didn't know that Mohbad was going to repeat the same thing with a terrible woman. So, this is how Mohbad started life. And he said that this is not so long ago before the demise of Mohbad, that he took Mohbad physically out of that place. Not until his mom started fighting. Say, you cannot take our son to your house, the house that he grew. Mohbad must come and live with me so she can get money. And also maybe enjoy Mohbad. After all, Mohbad didn't live with her. Okay. Now, let's leave that aside. I know some of you might say it's juju. Okay. It's juju Cynthia used. At times it is not juju. At times it's not juju. We have men, boys. Let me put it there, because if you are still 18, 19, 20, you are still a boy to a certain extent. 18, 19, you're still like, but when you have gotten to the age of 26, 24, 25, 26 that Mohbad got to, I mean, you're a man. So we have weak men too. Apart from juju, we have weak men. It happens. Some of us have gone through the same. Embracing what is not good for you. And you keep your head locked to it. Terrible. So, he said when he got to the house, the day he was called, he has given us extra information that it was Mohbad's mother that called him. Then when he got to half of the journey, Mohbad's elder sister called him and said, Mohbad is gone. Immediately, he was told this. He said his mind got displaced. He didn't say nothing. They kept on. Still, conversation was going on Mohbad's mother's phone with whoever it is calling Mohbad's mother. Now, this connects to what Cynthia said, that she called Blessing, Mohbad's elder sister, to tell her this is what has happened. Now, there are excuses. We didn't want to tell Mohbad's father and Mohbad's mother about the demise of Mohbad because it could cause some crisis for them. Imagine. Well, along the way, Mr. Mbama Darosha, the so-called uncle, suggested that autopsy should be done. And he is now saying, I will not lie. I just felt like autopsy should be done. Okay. But with the way things were, he made the decisions that he made, which I don't need to repeat. And it went on till they got to the general hospital, the mortuary. He said, Cynthia's elder brother, and all of these people were with him. And the CCTV, if it exists in that hospital, it will show that Cynthia was there. Cynthia had the papers from the private hospital that they took Mohbad to. Cynthia had it. And that document was supposed to be presented. Cynthia was there. Cynthia listened. Cynthia heard when they said this is what they needed. But Cynthia didn't bring it out. So he's connecting it to what happened at the police station, which we have pointed to the mistakes of Mohbad's father, regardless of anything. This is not like your dog passed away, or your chicken or fowl, cockerel. This is a human being. Everything that it takes is what you will give on that day, that minute. So he said he left. That is his story. Now, about what Cynthia said, that I said is not possible. On the burial, on that day of burial, Cynthia said Mohbad's father prayed. Can you imagine? Mohbad's father prayed on her, like prayed for her. Yes, it is true, because Mohbad's father said yes. So there are a lot of things that is not making sense. The behavior of Mohbad's father, there are some things that is not making sense. Now, let us look at it this way. Let us say he didn't have anything against Cynthia. He just took it like, my son is gone. That's the end of it. Let them just bury him. Let's just forget it. It is a crazy thing. I believe the reason why is because he had one Mohbad. Mohbad kept on till Mohbad passed away. It's like telling your son, this is what they said is going to happen to you. This is this. And your son saying, no, I'm locked down to this. This is what I want to do. So the man is like, what should I do? Who am I going to hold responsible now? When this boy has been warned and we told the boy, I guess maybe that's why. Because how can you be praying for Cynthia? Did you pray for Cynthia because you didn't suspect? Because if you saw that blood, as much as you said you saw it, how can you be praying for Cynthia? Like, I don't get it. You'll be praying for Cynthia. I mean, on the burial day, the day they buried Mohbad, he said he didn't see what Cynthia did because he wasn't present right in that particular location. But when they were leaving, he was somewhere. So Cynthia came, he prayed for Cynthia. This is strange. Is this juju? It could be juju. These people might have done some kind of charm, like, okay, you know what? When you get to the place, nothing will happen. Because for them to bring that juju prepared in how many hours? Is it overnight? Because it was in the morning. Mohbad was. So how did they quickly do the thing in the midnight? Like, they left that place. Cynthia moved. Oh my God. This is unbelievable. So it's like it's a prepared thing. It's like this family, they are professionals in juju-fied lifestyle, juju things, muti. That's their way of life. So he prayed for Cynthia. I don't know the kind of prayer. Now, this is to counteract the part where Cynthia said, I have to hide the baby because they wanted to steal the baby. How can you want to hide the baby because they wanted to steal the baby, and you said Mohbad's father prayed for you? He's praying for you, and they want to steal the baby. To do what with the baby? To breastfeed the baby? Baby of probably 4 months, 5 months or so. Who does that? Who does that? Doesn't make sense. So those are lies. So there are a lot of lies and discrepancies. A lot. So about DNA, he said when they got to the inquest, that was where he got prompted. When Cynthia said to him, like when she was being cross-examined, said to his face, the reason why you are angry, the reason why you don't like me, the reason why you are doing this is because I didn't give you placenta. That's where he said, what? Wait, hold on a second. This girl is said to have given birth very close to my house in one of those trado medical center. And it is true. My son called me. And prior to that, Mohbad's mother cursed and fought Cynthia that Mohbad had to even call me and say, Dad, please, can you come over? Please, there is a problem. What's the problem? Oh, my mom and Cynthia, they are having issues. That was it before Cynthia gave birth. And Cynthia's mother definitely should be with Cynthia. That's normal. That you want to be with your mom when you're pregnant because your mom will be able to take care of certain things. He said he didn't have problems with that. But why? Mohbad's mom screamed, Cynthia, the juju that you used, let that juju work for you because you will be dealt with. Now we are wondering, how can she have said those things and still liars with Cynthia? Greed, wickedness, pettiness. Well, she called Cynthia, told Cynthia all of these things, cursed Cynthia, and Mohbad had to call his own father. Well, Daddy tried to put peace in between everything, like, okay, it's okay, it's okay. Now, where is the placenta? Placenta is missing. Placenta is not given. So it means that this placenta was given to the original father of the child. Simple as ABC. Because that's their tradition, which is more or less like a kind of respect or homage given to show, if you're not using the orthodox method of finding out paternity, but a sign of respect, like, I am pregnant. I'm a woman. I could be pregnant for anybody. But to show that this child is yours, I am handing over the placenta, which is proving scientifically that placentas are from men. It's not like something that just grow from the body of the woman. No, placenta does not grow from the body of the woman. Placenta is actually from the man. That is the truth of it. Placenta is actually from the man. The tissues and all of that, it is from the man. So, traditionally, that is what it is. But they did not give to. And that's where problems should have started. For me, that's where problems should have started. I still don't understand. There are a lot of red flags and a lot of issues. And about the marriage, the man said, there's nothing of such. It's just I don't want to disgrace my son. But Mohbad's mother was aware of it before I got there, because our own families came. None of my own family came. I only came with my brother because it was supposed to be an introduction. But when we got there, it was something else. I was angry, but my son begged me. And I knew that if I walk away from that place, that would be the final break of everything. At that time, I wasn't really fighting my son, but we had issues because he wasn't listening to what I wanted. I gave him instructions, but Mohbad didn't listen to me. That's basically what happened. Mohbad didn't listen to me. Mohbad was not listening to all the things I told him. Avoid this girl, do this, let's do this, let's do that. And about the pregnancy thing, he said, well, when I realized that it's like Mohbad wants to do, I will die here, which eventually has happened. He had no option. He said, okay, since you people want to be together with this fight back and forth, what's going on? Are you guys going to have children, or what's going to happen? Let's know what will happen. So these are some of the mistakes made. So pregnancy and then the so-called introduction or whatever it is that happened. Anyway, it is what it is. I don't know what your thoughts are. A lot of mistakes. I'm sure we're all learning.